Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial, and today I will be covering two very interesting tools called the Generate Bump Map tool and the Generate Normal Map, which is under over here in this filters option if you go to 3D. So I will be talking about and showing you how you can use these two tools in your image right here. Okay, so as you can see that I have already opened up this image, right? So I'm going to start right in and I will show you the first 3D filter right over here. So I will start with the generate normal map, right? So if I select that, and you'll see that that it will take a little bit of time, but it's gonna come anytime now. Yeah, so I'm gonna minimize this a little bit. So I'm just gonna wait for you all to see exactly what I'm trying to do. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't minimize this generate normal map box. You'll get this kind of a box right here. And I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. Bring it on the side. So you see this sphere right over here, and you can see that on this sphere, like all the flowers, this tag, the leaves, and also a bit of the newspaper. It's looking 3D over here, as you can see, right? So as you can see that the generate normal map, it gives out a little slightly bluish pinkish tint to your image like this, and it makes your subject a little bump out. It makes it look a little 3D like this, right? So this is exactly what the generate normal map does. So if you want to give your image a little 3D effect, you can use this effect, which is a generate normal map. Right, so of course you can go ahead and also change the settings from here. So I'm going to increase my detail scale. Let's say I'm going to bring it all the way to 120% like this. And if you look at your image now, it looks a lot more detailed and it's starting to look a lot better. As you can see some of the scribbles here in the newspaper as well. So of course you can play around with the lighting presets as well and see whichever one you like best. And like that. So even though over here on the sphere, it will look you will be able to see the changes, but on the image, the lighting presets is going to be extremely minor. So you might not be able to see everything, all the effects on your image as well. It's like that. So you can play around as well and see which lighting preset looks best on your image. And then of course you can play around with the highlights and the shadows as well. Right, so for example, I'm going to increase this low to 30%. So it's a little slow, it will take a little bit of time, like that. And I click on OK. And as you can see that this now gets changed into the normal 3D effect like this. Alright, so I know it's not much, but it gives out a really cool effect. Right, so I'm going to undo this, click on Ctrl plus Z, and I'm going to show you the same effect with the other 3D effect, which is the generate bump map, right? So what this does is that this type of effect actually is best suited for textures as it's going to give a 3D effect to textures as well, but it's slightly different. So as you can see that even though you can't really see the 3D effect over here, but notice that all the shadows here, especially behind the newspapers and behind the flowers, is going behind the object, right? So it's in a way giving a much more 3D effect that way. So of course you can similarly over here, you can bump up the details like this. And as you can see the changes in this image as well. So if you want, you can also increase or decrease the blur accordingly, according to your image, or keep it minimal like that. Similarly, you can also play around with the lighting presets as well and see whichever effect you think looks best. So the lighting presets actually plays a lot on this 3D sphere over here. So there's hardly much effect on the actual image over there. Right, so of course you can play around with the bump as well as to how much 3D effect you want on your sphere or on your image right there. And well, that's about it. So you can just play around with the effects as well and see whichever effect you think looks better, like that. Right. So again, the generate bump map, which was the first one, which is this type of effect. This works best if you have a lot of textures in your image. And the second one, which was the normal one, this generate normal map one. This works best if you have a lot of colors and you have a normal, if you have an image something like this, which has a lot of colors and images in your. So it works best if you have a lot of content, a lot of colors and things or objects in your image like this. So this was the generate bump map tool as well. So I know this is actually one of the most simplest tools used in Adobe Photoshop, but I thought it was important for you all to know as to what these two tools do, and then you can use these two tools whenever necessary. And well, yeah, that's about it. So I hope you found this video to be useful, and with a little practice, you will soon become familiar and will be able to use the generate bump map and the generate normal map in your further illustrations as well. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.